Hi guys! I just love this music. It's so pretty to me and it's just inspiring. Like, I can imagine myself being in the woodlands and just chasing after the fairy folk and just sitting back, relaxing, laying back into some moist dew of the morning and just green moss everywhere. I love woods. I love the wooded areas. I love the woodlands. So for me, that's just the ultimate, with springs and brooks. It's just so calming, right? Anyway, why are we here? We are here to continue with our fairy tale deck. Into the deck we go. We are studying the Lenormand deck, okay? And we've been doing good so far. Every day, Spirit has been giving us one particular card to go through and to see what its values, its attributes, and its meanings are. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and shuffle the deck. And then we're going to see what we pull out. One card, that's all we're doing. Okay, we've got our card. Again, I just love the colors. Love, 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 love the colors. Love the colors of the cards. They just feel authentic. It's a beautiful deck. It really is. Now, we're messing with the tree today. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be looking into the tree. Let's see what the tree has to tell us. Let's see. Interesting. It's confusing because they have two different numbers there. So, all right, let's do it this way. I got it. The tree. So let's see what the tree means. Let me tell you what I get from the tree before we even continue. And I don't know if we have. I don't think either deck that I have on the gypsies. I don't think that they have a tree, but I will take a gander just to ensure, like I did with the other cards. So what do I get from the tree? To me, trees are life-giving, and they can give you pleasure, enjoy, respite, shelter. Why do I say that? Because, well, it's just something that's amazing that trees give out, the carbon dioxide. They exchange it, right? There's an exchange just like with our breaths. And so they lend us their energy and their oxygen. They grow through photosynthesis through the sun just like we do, right? They thrive with the sun. They die without it. Have you ever seen a tree when you go to a park or even your backyard? Notice its branches. A tree is very much like a human being. When a human being wants to prove themselves or stand out from the crowd, it'll go out of it. She, he will go out of their way to make themselves noticeable, right? They will do whatever they have to do, clean themselves up, gloss themselves up, and be a showman or showwoman of themselves, especially like when you're presenting to a crowd, right, an audience, or when you're attempting to obtain an interview, right? You're in an interview, you're obtaining the opportunity to sell yourself so that you can be chosen for that job, for that position. So much like that, I see the tree in so many umbrella aspects that there's just not one thing that you can say in reference to a tree, to me, in my humble opinion. There's just not. Okay? Let's take a look to see what it is that they talk about in reference to the tree and the attributes that this person, which is Erwin, I believe her name was, is giving attribute-wise to the tree. Before we do that, let me go ahead and point out that they have assigned the number 5 to this card. And And let's pull out the cartomancy card that they've assigned to this deck for this particular card. Oh, normally they pop up really quickly, so I'm really surprised here that it's taking that long. Wow. To pull up. So I don't know. Today, I'm kind of noticing that maybe it's the way I have the lamp. Let's see. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Can you see? Can you tell on the bottom? It's really hard, right? Anyway, I don't know why, but I don't think I'm able to show that well. Let's see. Nope. A little bit further. Nope. For some reason I'm not seeing the smaller card. But this is the 7 of Hearts, and on the bottom it's got the 7 of Hearts along with the title of the tree. And then on the top it's they've elected the number 5 for this particular card of the tree. This is what they attribute to it: health, karma, roots, ancestry. Roots right away, yes, spot on. Ancestry. Now that's interesting, and I love it. Because yes, where do your roots come from? Your ancestors. Where are your ancestors from? Those are your roots. Wow, blown away. I'm gonna do because yeah, like this is like an aha moment, an epiphany. This is like wow, yeah, I can see that. Can you see that? Can you put the 2 and 2 together for the tree and ancestors? I mean, I don't even know why it never dawned on me. I think because I don't have caffeine in me yet, guys. It's not that early, but I went ahead and stopped what I was doing, came back home. I just had this sensation of let's go ahead and do the cards, going through the deck early today. So, wow, yeah, nice. Nice. Wow. And the other thing is, I really feel bad about you guys not being able to see this card. This card is cute. It's different. Sorry, males. Females tend to use the word cute a lot. I'm very feminine when I'm in my feminine aspect of the Queen of Cups. When I'm in my shrewd side, I'm more the Queen of Swords. More logic. But it's so beautiful. It's actually a face within the tree, and then of course the bark and everything turns into the body. I don't know if you can see, it's right here is the face. It's just so beautiful, and it's almost like I feel like this darn camera is turning everything black and white, but we're not in black and white. As you can see, my chair is orange, crushed rust color. But it's a beautiful card. It is a beautiful card. To me, a tree is life-giving. So karma, health, roots, ancestry. I don't know the karma. The karma is kind of like, it's not connecting yet. Health, I guess you could say the vitality. I mean, when a tree is in its beautiful aspect, right, that it's nice and lush and green, then it's the picture of health. But when it's dried up and withered, it's bad, poor health, right? Okay. Interesting. The other thing that I'm noticing is that there are a lot of different roots sprouting out from the bottom, from the ground. The shoots. You see the shoots? Can you see the shoots? Can you see the shoots coming up from the ground? Yeah. So that's interesting too. New shoots coming out from the ground, sprouting life, sprouting life, sprouting life, sprouting life. All right. In the Brothers Grimm's tale. Oh, it's a juniper tree portrayed. It's a juniper tree portrayed. A mother wishes for a child. Oh, okay. That's different. A mother wishes for a child. She makes a wish with blood under the juniper tree. Now, for my witches out there, I know you're not going to get all crazy about that I just said blood. For my non-practitioners out there that just want to do tarot, don't get crazy about that. I mean, there's so much folklore, out there, for one. And two, being druid myself, the old druids used to do sacrifices. Am I saying that's right or wrong? I'm not saying either or. I'm just making a statement. It is what it is. Even if we could go into the Christianity, let's see how many Christians were killed. Let's see the Crusades, right? Just giving you history, not opinion, history. Look at the Crusades, right? Um, the Jesuits were and I think still to this day are very bloody folks there. So just take it with a grain of salt, okay? A mother wishes for a child. She makes a wish with blood. It's a blood oath under a juniper tree. Her wish is granted in the form of a son, as white as snow and as red as blood. The mother dies from her happiness just after giving birth to her son. Well, that's kind of sad. I don't know if that's happiness, but it's happy that she got her wish. She is buried under that juniper tree. The boy is later killed by his new stepmother. Now, that's just sadness upon sadness. I don't know if I needed to know this story today. I'm thinking that's why he's coming out. And that's why the face comes out. And that's why his body's intertwined in the bark. Oy vey, I don't know if I want to read this because that just makes me so sad. Okay, his horrified half-sister buries his bones underneath the tree. He is returned to the family after his half-sister goes on a magical quest. Your own that didn't even, that it always leaves like their explanation or their way of portraying always leaves something to be wanted. It's just too short or cut and dry, or it's just not well thought out, or it just cuts off. Like when you get to the ledge, right? You get to an edge of a cliff and it just shoots down, right? I've noticed that because I'm guessing they're trying to make this short, sweet, and to the point, that it's just, oh, it's lacking for something. Okay, anyway. He is returned to the family after his half-sister goes on a magical quest. Your own, okay, first of all, she buries the bones and then he's returned. So is he returned alive? I'm guessing he's returned alive. I'm having to interject here because I don't know this story. And it's not telling me where they get the story from. But it's so sad. It's so sad. Why would you want to bring him back, restore him to the family if the stepmother's still there? That's like the Snow White story. Oy. It's like, oh, she's just going to kill him all over again, is what I'm thinking. Okay. Your own ancestry is shown in the tree. You know what I'm taking away from this is food for thought. Because again, my endeavor is 1 to 2 decks that I want to work on. And this will give me, if I give storyline behind it, I'm going to have to put the meat and potatoes in there and not leave people wanting. Because this is just like, what? The storyline's not that great, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. Here you can see your roots. It says your own ancestry is shown in the tree. Okay, so out of the story, your own ancestry is shown in the tree of life, right? We all know that. Here you can see your roots. Here you can see your roots, both good and bad. The tree indicates health as well as past life. 2. I guess with the roots you could say past lives. Notice the face in the tree, just like the sun in the juniper tree. You are reminded to watch your own health in all areas. You should always remember to stay in charge of your personal well-being. Remember what I said about the vitality of the tree when it's in its lush state, green, beautiful. The leaves are just extending the branches and then the leaves, and it's just so full of foliage, right? So then you can see in that aspect beauty and health, right? But if you don't take care of the tree, if it's not, it doesn't receive water, doesn't receive the nutrients of the sun, some trees even need fertilizers, right? Because they're more delicate and they're called, they're more, trees that maybe should be in a shady area. Then, yeah, they can wither. Anything can wither and die without proper care. So, health. Oh gosh, all of a sudden I got really, really sleepy and I had to yawn, and that came out of nowhere. Maybe this tree card is telling me I need rest, which, yeah, I do. But as I was stating before, I've been suffering from insomnia for 20 years, and so it's very hard. If I get 4, 5, maybe 6 hours of sleep, sometimes I get, 6 hours of sleep and I'm still tired. I'm still tired. And the reason, again, is because they're always feeding me. Um, that's a good and a bad thing. It's a good and a bad thing because I always tell people, you've got to be careful what you ask for from spirit, because if you're asking for your gifts to be increased, sometimes they're always feeding you to the point to where there's no rest. There's no rest. So I'm thinking, if I'm not mistaken, in this deck, this is going to be more along the line of the park. I don't think I've seen a tree in this deck. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I don't think there's a tree. I don't think there is a tree. Oh, and you're going to freak out on this one because it's a number 5 too. I don't think there's a tree in this one. Really don't. So, there is, and this again is called the Gypsy Witch Tarot deck. I don't know why it's having so much trouble. Wow, it's like it almost like blanks everything out. I don't know why. Let's see, if I turn that completely away, what does it do now? Nope. Yep, there you go, number 5. And it's the tree. All right. I have no idea what's going on with all the lighting. But anyway, back to the story. Okay. Okay, so again, this one is stating the keywords are health, karma, and roots and ancestry. This one is stating the tree, good health. So they did say good health. Near flowers, fulfillment of highest hopes. Near flowers, fulfillment of highest hopes. I don't give that much information on this one. Interesting. Interesting. Now, remember what I pointed out. These two cards are the same as in the hearts, the 7 of hearts. But this one is telling me it's akin to the 3 of clubs. So which is which? Again, remember, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's just the matter here is, it is, wow, I really got sleepy, guys. That doesn't happen to me very often, but when I do get sleepy like that, I go into a meditative state like that. And what happens is I can leave my body, or I can start receiving like clairvoyance wise and mediumship wise. And I'm feeling like I'm in a trance right now. Anyway, so I almost feel like I'm in a hypnotic state. So remember what I was telling you all in reference to the decks. This deck in particular, this is her aspect. This is Erwin's aspect of what she feels that the significance of the 7 of Hearts means to her. She is equating it to the tree. Whereas this deck from the Witch Gypsy Tarot deck, the 3 of Clubs is akin to the tree. If I had to say or make an opinion, which it's only an opinion, because remember, I didn't create either or. This one would be closer to me to the aspect of the tree, because the clubs are wands, and in the way I read the cartomancy, the clubs are wands, and that's closer to me to a tree. The wands. How do you get a wand? Out of a tree, out of wood. Whereas a heart out of a tree, no, that would be a cup to me. Okay, so take it however. Remember, every single tarot reader is going to have, and all of a sudden my throat is trying to close up too. Every single tarot reader is going to have, and every time I do this for you guys, going through the deck with you, and there's nothing, the air's not even on right now. Something always flies into my eyes to where I'm messing with my eyes, so please forgive me for that. But yeah, I feel like I'm receiving right now, so it's kind of dangerous to be on because I'm not even feeling like I'm paying attention to you guys. Receiving download. Every single tarot reader has their own tools, techniques of the trade. I incorporate into everything I do my crystals. And it doesn't mean just the clear quartz crystals. The crystals. In just about everything I do, I'm either smudging or using my handmade incense. But there's always, my crystals are always around me. They're never far away. You know, get protection, which, yeah, I gotta hang that back up. Or be it my handmade pendulum. Doesn't really matter. They're your tools. So some people are going to use crystals, is what I'm saying. Some people are going to utilize smoke and air. Some people are going to use, let's see if I can pick that up without burning myself. Candle, right? Candle magic. Look how much that's picking up, guys. Whoa. It just all depends on how your flow is, right? What's your use? What's the purpose behind it? What are you trying to get out of it? Why are you using it? What makes you comfortable? You know, your wands, whatever. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's your show, meaning it's your job. That's however way that you're going to want to set yourself up. There's no right. There's no wrong. The only people that I really freak out on, to be honest, on YouTube, I haven't really paid much attention to the TikTokers, is the people that use particular cards that go so far off the meaning of what the regular meaning is. But then again, I've explained to you guys from time to time that maybe spirit, the way that their guides talk to them, have given them this particular meaning and intent. That's the only thing I can surmise out of that one. Anyway, oh my gosh, my energy just went woo, like right before you go to sleep. I'm just like, I don't know if any of you guys out there have ever gone in for an operation and then they tell you count back 10, 9, 8. And by the time you get to 5, you're like, oh, yeah. I'm literally at that state right now that if I shut my eyes, I could go to sleep for a couple of hours and I just woke up. So that's why This is a story for another day, but I'm going to just give a little synopsis. That's why it's very hard if you are an empath, if you are someone that's a medium, if you are someone that's a clairvoyant, if you're naturally gifted and you didn't have to learn these things necessarily, they're just an extension of you and your gifts. Well, it's really hard to have a normal job that everybody else has, because this type of job, or should I say this type of existence and life, is more like you work around what your guides and your your personal energies and your personal health and what spirit is telling you. Because if spirit tells you go to sleep right now because I'm trying to feed you information, I'm trying to give you insight or visions, that's what you need to do. Follow your body. And in that aspect, we can go full circle back around to the tree. It just finished telling us good health. So in this type of industry, if you're naturally gifted, like right now, literally my body is my brain is telling my body, I'm shutting you down. No work. Don't go out. Go to sleep. So I'm probably gonna go curl up on the couch and take a nap. I'm not accustomed to napping in the day. I've said that before, but I'm trying my hardest to get okay, to be okay with all of that, because of the fact that you've got to listen to your body. So that is another thing that is a biggie with this type of industry. If you're gifted, you were born gifted like I was, you've got to listen to your inner self, your higher self. You've got to listen when they tell you to rest. You've got to listen when they tell you, when they're trying to talk to you. It's for a reason. They're not trying to inconvenience you, although it is a big inconvenience. If you're trying to work outside of the home or you're trying to work outside of this type of industry, it is a big inconvenience. Haven't y'all seen Allie from Allie's Tarot? That girl, I mean, my hair looks crazy because it's all pulled back and just very, very stern looking when I pull it back because I don't know what else to do with it. I haven't sat on curl it or anything like that. And I'm frankly, I went a little bit too dark, so I'm going to go back light again. So that's why I haven't done anything to my hair also. Just FYI, if you see me with lighter hair, you know why. I'm trying to go back to my light. I I'm a little bit lighter than this naturally, like about 3 shades lighter, and with a lot of red highlights towards this much of my hair. It's always been like my eldest sister used to call it a mousy brown because so much red. And then my roots are black. What the hell, right? But yeah, if y'all ever seen Allie's Tarot, that girl has Fraggle Rock hair. But if you look at her, the majority of the time she looks very tired, because this is what she does for a living. She eats, sleeps, and drinks tarot, you know? This is what she does. And this is what we love because it's what comes natural to us. But then when we have a job on the outer world, which is what everybody else does, 9 to 5 or whatever it is you do for a living, it it clashes with what you're doing here, because if spirit denotes, hey, go to bed, it could be the middle of the day, or you could just get up like me. I just got up 2 hours ago. And they're already telling me, or 3 hours ago, and they're already telling me to go to sleep again. That's very hard to have a normal everyday job. Whereas when I had my botanica open, my own shop, my own metaphysical shop open, it was so much easier for me because I was either a 10 o'clocker or 12 o'clocker, and then I went to like 8 p.m. And I could work all those hours without problem. But when spirit is trying to tell you to go to sleep, this reminds me of 1998 time frame, where again I could just go lay down and bam, I was gone. I'd leave my body, and that's the way I'm feeling right now. That's why you hear I'm going a little bit slower with my speech. It's because I'm having to make sure to structure it. I'm having to make sure it makes sense. And the reason I'm having to do that is because I'm having an out of body experience before you. I don't feel well seated. in my body. My soul, my spirit is not all the way in. It's like this, saying, I'm leaving. Turn off the video. So with that said, that's all we're going to do in reference to this deck today and the explanations of going through the deck in reference to the tree. So I got to go take a nap. Apparently Spirit wants to tell me something. So love you guys. But yeah, that's where we're going to end it. Going through the deck. We went through the tree today. And I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for being with me, for sharing this time with me, for allowing me to come into your home, your business, your life, your lunch, your evening. Whenever you watch this video, I hope that you get something out of it, educationally, entertainment-wise, spiritually. Much love to you guys. Bye.